When I first came to California, I was in the 4th grade, and we just did not want for anything in schools. We had nurses, the library was always open, there was paper, there was soap.
We had a music teacher, we had an art teacher, we had a PE teacher.
We had sports, we had art, we had drama, and it was just a given that if you were going to public school, that was part of the program.
Everything was funded. Here, virtually nothing is funded.
In the last 30 years, we've gone from among the best to in the middle of the pack in terms of performance. In terms of after cost of living spending per pupil, we're the lowest in the country.
Instead of doing a bake sale and itty-bitty little fundraisers, and every year you have to get everybody together, it's like get a big chunk of money and make it work for you.
The endowment is an opportunity for individuals to give to a long-term fund that is set up and invested conservatively, and then when it reaches $2 million in funds, which it will shortly, every year a portion of those funds will be given out to the schools for perpetuity.
I see great improvements already since I was in school, and so the fact that you give money and you see results pretty immediately is really gratifying.
My freshman bio teacher and my junior AP bio teacher, Ms. Lohman, was just knowledgeable very deeply in her subject and had a great way of expressing that to the students.
Mr. Gomez inspired me to learn just for the sake of learning, because I enjoyed it. You know, I wasn't learning to get a good grade or a good SAT score.
Mrs. Ballard was one of them. She was a great teacher. She could communicate with me and let me know what was important and what I needed to work on, but she also helped me understand kind of the bigger picture, what my responsibilities were.
I'm interested in studying journalism, and I'm interested in that because I love to write, and Mr. Tracy really had an impact on my writing skills. He did a lot more writing intensive classes than I've ever had, and he shared his own writing with us.
Mr. Messer was just a fun teacher. He made everything fun.
Does anybody know this song? Raise your hand.
He had a Civil War unit where he divided the class into North and South, so you'd have to do a treaty and you had to work together at the very end if you really wanted to get your stuff done.
It was a really social class.
Tonight at 6
Mr. Cox was probably the biggest influence on me. The passion for what he did stuck with me the most, and that's kind of what I learned. If you're passionate about something, and he was about teaching. He was just a great teacher. Came to class every day with great enthusiasm. If you love something, put your all into it. And I tell that to my players all the time. If you like basketball, put everything you have into it. You'll never regret, doing too much about what you're passionate about.
I had lots of favorite teachers throughout the school system, but I think probably Margaret Lindsay. When I was in high school, she was the head of the art department, and she got me to go to school. I wasn't going to go to college, and she really gave me that push to get me to go to art school and become what I've become today.
When I was a student at Half Moon Bay High School, we had a teacher there who was there from about 1957 till about 1990. It was Joseph Caterin. And Caterin motivated me to be a teacher. Caterin was exceptional. With Caterin, he had this ability to tell the story that was history, that was like seeing the next phase of a series, right? It was like, what's going to happen in this battle? It was exciting. And the kids who had the least academic interest up to the best went in there, were respectful, listened, and learned.
So after graduating from Half Moon Bay High School in 2002, I went on to attend Claremont McKenna College, which was a great experience. Very good school, very tough academically. A lot of kids there went to private schools, and what I got the most out of going to a public school at Half Moon Bay was just the diversity and the broad group of people that you deal with on a daily basis in public school. Socially was just huge for me. And being able to deal with so many different groups of people in a public atmosphere, I feel helped me in college and in the real world.
Well, I am in the band program. I play flute in the symphonic band and then trombone in the jazz band. Reading music, it's been proven that music also helps in math and it helps with reading, so that helps me in other subjects. Band makes you feel like you're on a team and your team is working towards a specific goal they're trying to reach, and once you reach that goal, it just feels really good.
I was born and raised here on the coast side. Went to El Granada, then Hatch, Coon in the high school. I had a great education experience. It's helped craft me to be who I am today and help run my business. Not just the education part of it, but how to deal with people, how to deal with conflict, how to problem solve. All these different things that you get from this school system experience.
I had a really hard time in school. I wasn't a great speller. I'm still not a great speller, which is hard when you make signs and banners and advertisements. But Half Moon Bay High School had a phenomenal art department, and their new art building had opened when I was a sophomore in high school. And so we had this state-of-the-art facility and great new tools and new supplies, and it was a great place for me to really encourage the creative side of me. And so yes, I was certainly not valedictorian, but I learned a lot in high school. For me as a business owner, I get a lot of employees out of the school system. And one of my employees right now has been with me since he was a junior in high school. And so he started as an intern and now he gets a paycheck. He's turned out to be a great employee.
I started in Cabrillo education in kindergarten. I went all the way through high school. And next January, I'll be doing my internship in a kindergarten classroom at Fair Longview. I hope to be a teacher one day that can be inspiring to my students, have what I'm teaching seem effortless to my students to try to reduce their stress in the classroom. I hope to be a teacher that I can one day inspire other students to want to become a teacher.
In the future, I'd like to see smaller class sizes with dedicated teachers, keeping the ones we have now and hiring more in the future.
It's really sad to see some teacher let go because of budget requirements when they've made such an impact in their students' lives.
You need to have a well-rounded student, and that student needs to have the opportunity to take music, to take art, to take shop, to take industrial arts, to be able to play sports. Obviously they need reading and writing, but they also need all the extra things.
You either support your public schools and take care of your kids now, or you're going to have a lot of problems later on down the road with juvenile delinquency, with kids that are bored, with kids that don't have the right skill set to go out and get a job.
I think that Half Moon Bay High School has prepared me. I mean, I've taken advantage of the AP classes available and some of the arts programs and a lot that the school has to offer, and I think that by taking advantage of those things, I've been very well prepared for college, I hope.
Now what do we do?
There's nothing more important to the future success of our country than having a really high quality public education system. It's the right thing to do to ensure that we have the next generation who are able to be teachers and doctors and lawyers and employees and start businesses and be a part of the community, be good voters, good citizens.
That's kind of what America's all about. That everyone has an equal chance and everyone, can get where they want to go if they put the time and the work into it, and the public school gives them a path to get there.
Both my husband and I went to Fair Longview. We have every intention of sending our son Talon there. I like this small community. I'd rather not have to move to send my kid to a great school because I want to be able to stay here and let him know what it's like to grow up in a small town. It takes a village to raise a kid.
Education is the greatest gift we can give our children. And I feel that if you're going to be involved in a community and live in a community, that public school is really important.
There are many different ways to give back to the community. An IRA, you can name an endowment as a beneficiary, a living trust, you can put it right into there, or a life insurance, name the endowment as the beneficiary. Because we always talk to our clients about what kind of legacy do you want to leave to your family and to the community, and that's a great way to give back. Like I said, if everyone gives a little, it does great things for the community.
Our future. Our schools.
Our teachers.
Our kids.
Fund our schools.
Fund our schools.
Fund our schools.
Por favor, donen.
Donate to the CEF Endowment.
Together we can do this.